As the primary caretaker to her mother, Tachia Dillard was a first-hand witness to the devastating effects of breast cancer. A few years after her mother succumbed to the disease, Tachia herself received the same diagnosis. Her lack of health insurance made her journey that much more difficult.
I didn't have any insurance, so I was trying to find out different places to go. And one of my friends told me about St. Mary's.
Any diagnosis is difficult to give. I mean, that is never an easy thing, and people digest that and accept it all in different ways. And with Tachia, it was one of the hardest diagnoses to give to her. She's a young woman, essentially a single mom, absolutely doing the best that she can, seeking health care through St. Mary's. She was alone when she came in that day for her post-biopsy appointment, which is not terribly unusual, but knowing what her history was, her family history, it does make it that much more difficult to give someone that news and go through the education process so that they understand what they're dealing with. And we weren't able to do that the first day with Tachia, just because she was so overwhelmed, which is natural.
My mom's breast cancer was terminal. She actually had the breast cancer that spread, so it went from her breast to her brain, and she passed from it. So it's sort of different when you're taking care of somebody having breast cancer. You just see what they're going through, but when it's your own personal journey, it's just something that you can't imagine.
And even the day she came in, she kept her sunglasses on. She didn't want to really have even eye contact with us. And I truly was worried about her that, were we going to lose this patient to, refusing treatment or not coming back, just for the fear of what she might experience.
It's a scary. It's scary. Again, it's a scary situation, and you just pray that it doesn't happen to them, and you just hope for the best. Yeah.
The second time she came in, it was a little bit better, but she still wouldn't look at us. And I know I was with Dr. Usher, and he said, "I need to see your eyes." And that was, I think, the second visit, the first time we really saw her eyes. And we said, "We're not going to leave you. We're going to get you through this."
At first I said, I know the ending of this all. So I almost didn't go through with the whole treatment situation.
It was very soon, very clear to me, just, how much her family means to her. And she just couldn't bear to give him that news. It was not even about her at that point. It was immediately, about her children. And having them to accept yet another cancer diagnosis in the immediate family.
Being that they know my history of my mom having breast cancer, they were some gentle angels, I would call them. So as bad as it was for me, they made the situation a bit better. They called, they checked on me, and like I said, they got with me with Dr. Usher, being that I didn't have any insurance. So, at this point, they're like my saving grace.
The mammography fund is set up on a scale of, that there's no insurance, what the financial need is, so it's an application and patients are screened for eligibility. Once they are cleared or approved, then whatever it is to get them to a diagnosis. So whether it's a benign cyst, that may be a diagnosis, or breast cancer. Whether it's a mammogram, an ultrasound guided biopsy, a stereotactic biopsy, the Mammo Fund will support them in getting to that diagnosis.
I've been working since I was 14 years old, but I just wasn't able to get the help that I needed to have my mammogram done.
Tachia is doing very well. Her breast cancer is responding to treatment.
She just reassured me that, you know, my mom's situation not gonna be my situation. And I just have to keep faith.
Incredible, and I know that that is thanks to all the people that she has experienced, you know, on her journey thus far. Her physicians, her nurses, in the infusion suite, you know, the team all together.
No, I just want to thank St. Mary's and the Mammography Fund for helping me save my life.
And not everyone has a Mammo Fund, so there are many, many cancer centers and organizations that, you know, strictly depend on private organizations or their state fund to help women with screening or diagnostic mammograms.
Just keep with your mammograms and just your health every day. I mean, every day for us, for all women, you know, we need health should be a #1 priority. And I know as a mom, you have children and you put them first, but if you're not healthy, you can't take care of anybody else.
Makes me feel better that tomorrow someone who has a problem and needs help with a breast problem, that there's going to be help there for them.
As she continues her personal journey of treatment and healing, Tachia Dillard remains confident, strong, hopeful, and above all else, grateful.